Hi. Well, I'm here to do my reflective diary on the subject Didàctica de la Llengua Anglesa. And well, I basically would like to demonstrate how this course has challenged and confirmed some of my previous beliefs, as well as transformed some of them. And well, I would just want to say that I've been teaching for more than 15 years now. And I have to admit that you never stop learning, and it's a new discovering every day. And well, you always discover new facts about teaching or students in general. So well, I think this course has helped in this learning. And well, to start, I would like to mention that one of the aspects which has been affirmed in this course is how a good or an effective teacher should be. I believe I believe I have always been a nice and accessible teacher, even when students are not behaving as I would like to or as I would expect. Well, anyway, since we started the masters, we have repeatedly been said that a good teacher or an effective teacher is the one that is curious, honest, empathic, good at communicate, aware of the different needs of the students, passionate, supportive, and so on, so on. Yeah, but I completely agree that if you are not passionate about your job in general, you better quit. But well, I have the feeling that teachers are expected to be a lot of things, and sometimes it would be a relief that to just let them know that it's also accepted to be a human being, a regular human being. That's it. And well, to continue, I would also like to mention how my previous beliefs about the material we can use in class were challenged, because, well, the language academy where I work is a traditional one. So I have always used a book, English file, actually, and well, some other books maybe too. But I have always used books to teach my sessions. Okay, but I often try to combine some different activities or incorporate like, I don't know, activities such as projects related to the topic. I don't know, or just play a game. Yeah, to practice the vocabulary or the grammar we are seeing at that moment. You know. But when I started the masters, we were said that educating through books was not the best way to teach. And you see this situació d'aprenentatge and all these kind of things from the department. And well, at that moment, I imagined that teachers had to create all the material we had to use. So then at that moment, I had the feeling that I not only had to be a superwoman because I had to be creative and honest and all the stuff, but I also had to be a material creator. And for me, that was like, oh my God, I'm going to look for another job. But now, I don't know, after this course has finished, this Didàctica de la Llengua Anglesa, I don't know, as in class, we saw different ways to take some real material, as the base or as the beginning of our session. I don't know, and basically material we can find anywhere. Internet, magazines, YouTube videos are okay too, or interviews. I don't know. So my previous beliefs were that books were the only base where from which my sessions could start. And now I don't know. After the session in which I had to create a learning, I remember this session, in class where we had a video from YouTube, and actually our video was about a woman she was in space, and we had to create a learning sequence from that video. And I don't know. Now I have the feeling that I can just take some real material that I think it's interesting to talk about and develop a learning sequence using it as a starting point. So, well, I think it actually helps the students to see that they they are doing in class something more natural, maybe, and close to their realities, or at least something that it exists, because most of the times these English books have articles and have interviews and things like that, but students have the feeling that this is not real, that most of the times are adapted, and I don't know. Yeah, so well, I think I learned something on that. And well, in addition, I wanted to mention that something I've learned in this course is the fact that organization or management, yeah, this organization is the key, I would say. Yeah, I remember one day, okay, you said something like, we shouldn't teach bits and pieces. Yeah, and that's something I remember, because I guess that it's something I do, yeah. Even if I organize the session, yeah, like, okay, we have to see this page, we have to see this grammar point, whatever. Sometimes I have the feeling that my sessions are like a puzzle, like, okay, I see some vocabulary, I see some grammar, we do a listening, and that's all. Okay, bye bye, go home, this is your homework. But I have started to, first of all, let the students know what's the purpose of the session, like, at the beginning, just say, okay, that's what we are going to see today, and make sure that they have all the necessary tools for what we want to do. Yeah, like, well, this scaffolding thing I've learned. The vocabulary, even physical tools, yeah, not just leaving the classroom in the middle of the session. Well, material, pieces of paper, the laptop, whatever they need for the session, and also giving them examples. It's true, I think it's crucial, because it's true that I used to give them examples, like grammar examples, but yeah, when we were teaching any kind, I don't know, passives or whatever, I used to give them examples, and that was good. But I think they also need examples, like, of I don't know, maybe if you want them to talk, maybe how they should answer the question, or how they should start a conversation, or even create a poster, a Canva, whatever. I think they always need a reference, and sometimes it's a mistake I used to do, like, okay, you have to prepare an oral presentation, and then, well, sometimes they were not really good at doing that because they didn't have a reference, and well, and now, something else, talking about organization, is that I think that now when I finish the sessions, I always try to ask them to be critical, like, okay, what have you learned today? And also, I sometimes ask them to talk about my performance, not directly. I mean, I ask them for some feedback, like whether they think there's another or a better way to learn what we've learned in the class, or about the topic we had seen, or I make them think about what they have learned and to be conscious about that. Yeah, like, well, because I had the feeling that otherwise sometimes they go home and they have the feeling that they haven't learned anything, yeah, but actually I've heard that. Yeah, the parents asking, okay, what did you do today? Nothing. It's like, come on. So I try to give them a feeling of being useful, or at least, that they are actually involved in doing something. I think it's important. And I don't know, I have noticed that, well, now my students usually tell me that they have the feeling that the sessions are shorter than before. Yeah, sometimes when they finish, like, oh, is it over? It's like, let's go home. Yeah, so, well, they always say, la clase ha passat volant. Okay. So, well, it's probably because they have a sense of unity, I guess, or, well, a whole unit. Yeah, like, okay, we have finished that. That's so, well, the only thing I can say, it's been a pleasure to have followed this course, and, well, to spend these days together. And I wish it had been longer, because there are always lots of things to learn. But, well, see you soon. Bye.